Hey guys, so for this video I wanted to do a little bit of a change of pace. So I'm going to walk you through the draft of the first chapter of the comic that I'm making. So right around, so here we have the page numbers, so but you can't really see that with the camera, but this here's the first page. And so you can kind of see it has like an establishing shot of, you got this tree, which you can see over here. We have our character sitting in it, but then it does a close up of him. And of course, I'm leaving out any dialogue or text boxes that would be on the page, because it's just kind of to set up the structure of the pages. So when I blow it up to that an actual size in which I can fit those in, it'll be easier to draw it instead of just like winging it. So over here on the second page, after jumping down from the tree, he looks around and he doesn't see anyone. So our character, you can see the M. His name's Martin. He's looking around, trying to find his family. So he doesn't see anyone, doesn't hear anything. And then he looks over and sees that the door is slightly ajar on the barn. So he goes and checks it out. It's empty, but you can see the gleam here of him noticing something. And this is a bale of hay here. Might be a little hard to tell, but that's what's tucked away in the corner. And, the perspective isn't great, but you can kind of see what I was doing. Then over here, he pops it out, he slides it out, and before he can take a look at it, he hears the barn door start to open, so he hides it. And here, the A, that stands for Andrew, and that's his brother, who, pokes in, he's, seeing what he's up to, and, there's an awkward pause, and he's like, whatever, come follow me. So he breathes a sigh of relief that he didn't notice the box, and then puts it back, and then he's just stands there for a second before leaving. And then here in this page, you can see the light slowly fade as the barn door closes. Then here they're walking together when they hear a blood curdling scream, right? So then they both look over their shoulders in the direction that it came from. And so Andrew starts running up the path in that direction. And Martin remembers the box, and so he gets a feeling that he's going to need that. So he runs back into the barn, throws the door open, opens the box, finds this really ornate sword. So he grabs it and makes his way to where Andrew had gone. So he goes and he finds this horrific scene. You got Andrew here, you got the stranger here, and blood everywhere. And so here I decided to throw in some words because it felt a little better over here where it's more concise dialogue that's easy to just throw in. And also threw in some facial expressions. I do need to work on them, but you get the gist. And then, unsheath his sword, and then they kind of duel for a little bit. Probably be more drawn out in the final draft or the next draft. But, you can get the gist with the stranger batting away, parrying all of Martin's strikes, because, this is a guy who's never used a sword before. So you can see he's calls him slow, weak, pathetic, cuts him across the chest, and then stabs him in the stomach, pulls the blade out, and as he's laying there, he slams. Well, you can see he flips the sword around, holding it by the blade, and then slams the handguard and pommel right into Martin's temple, right here. And knocks him out is it blacks out. You can see that here, and then you can see like the slow eye opening right there, and he sees. So this will be Windsor Bloodshot. That's what the W stands for. So he's standing over him, and he hits him with the "You've been met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Right? And Martin like sees like the blood on the side of his face. He asks. Then over here, if like in a video game, you get like that first quest prompting. It's kind of what happens here, and then so Martin gets up, and he starts, grabs the sword, and he runs, and then he runs for a little bit. And then this is the cave entrance and you can see there's blood everywhere, and there's the "to be continued" right there. So it's pretty short, pretty concise chapter with a bit of a cliffhanger, and I think, and I've written this story out a couple of times in like a written format, but I've come to the conclusion that I think a comic format serves the story best, and I really like to draw. So yeah, this is the first chapter, and if you guys are interested, I'll probably post a couple videos detailing the either the storyboards for the following chapters or the drawing of the second, third, whatever drafts of the chapter till I get a more fleshed out, more polished looking um, product. And if you've been watching some of my other videos, you'll recognize the name Martin. And so since this is the beginning of the story, he won't have like the armor I've been drawing him in. That he gets that later. And the stranger, if in my most recent video, that the violent intruder is this stranger, the one that slaughters Martin's family and almost and almost kills him. So I'm I'm pretty proud of this specific storyboard. I haven't gotten around to writing more, but when I do, I'll probably post another video like this one. But yeah, if you found this interesting, if you like the start and the hook of this story, then just subscribe to the channel, like, comment down below, and then I'll post more about it because I think it's interesting and cool. But if you think so too, it'd be really cool for you to join me in the journey of developing this story and pursuing this project. But yeah, until next time.